Good afternoon and welcome to NTA Nationwide with just few days to the end of the year. My name is Femi Johnson and thanks for joining us. President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed a formal apology to the government and people of Bauchi State for inability to visit the state and inaugurate some projects as scheduled, describing it as highly regrettable. In a televised message, the president attributed the last-minute cancellation of his planned visit to poor visibility as a result of prevailing weather conditions in parts of the country.
Ya jama'ar Bauchi yau 29 ga watan 12.
My dear people of Bauchi, today, 29th day of December 2016, I planned to come for the inauguration of a health facility provided by the Nigerian Air Force, as well as some major projects executed by your state government. The Almighty God did not permit me to do so as a result of the bad weather condition. By His grace, we will create special time to come and greet you people and inaugurate some of the projects to show our appreciation for your continued support to us over the years.
President, their love for Nigeria and their love for their dear state.
President Muhammadu Buhari, in an audio message, apologized to the people of the state in local language. Adebola Brooklyn Sunday, NTA News.
In another development, the Minister of Interior, Lieutenant General Abdurrahman Dambazao, has congratulated President Muhammadu Buhari, the armed forces and Nigerians on the defeat of insurgents with the clearing of Sambisa Forest. A statement signed by the press secretary to the minister described the recapturing of Camp Zero, a Boko Haram strong enclave by the Nigerian armed forces, as a final blow in dismantling their stronghold and control structures of the insurgents. This, he said, is an attestation to President Buhari's resilience and commitment to delivery on the promise he made to defeat the terrorist group, which has claimed innocent lives and impeded the nation's growth. The minister says he is optimistic that Nigerians will see the delivery of more promises in the coming years. Similarly, the minister commended the performance of all security agencies during the Christmas celebration and tasked them to redouble their efforts in the coming year. He also called on citizens to be on the watch against persons with criminal intentions and promised that the government will continue to ensure peace and security in the country. Meanwhile, troops deployed to the southern part of Kaduna, ravaged by reprisal killings, have intercepted some men in possession of guns and live ammunition around the Kuguma chiefdom in Jemaluku government area of the state.
Peace in Kafanchan and its environs.
This is the fifth time Kafanchan is facing this kind of crisis that led to the death of thousands of people and property worth millions of naira destroyed. From Kafanchan in Jama local government, Ahmad Muhammad Usman, NTA News.
And back in Abuja, the government of Guinea-Bissau has formally expressed appreciation to Nigeria for its efforts in ensuring peace, stability and progress of the crisis-ridden West African nation. The country's prime minister delivered the message to President Muhammadu Buhari at the State House. Correspondent Adamu Sambo reports.
Guinea-Bissau, a country of 1.7 million people, has been in the throes of power struggle since independence.
In the context of ECOWAS, but also bilaterally between the two countries. It is in that context that my president asked me to invite President Buhari, to also come and visit Guinea-Bissau. Because Nigeria is our privileged partner.
Mr. Umaru El Mukhtar Sissoko El Bano is the fifth Prime Minister of Guinea-Bissau in 1 year as the country struggles to end months of political gridlock. From the State House, Adamu Sambo, NTA News.
The Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, says the federal government is being guided by a well-articulated strategy in its fight against corruption in the country. In a statement by the Special Assistant to the Minister, Segun Adeyemi, the strategy has led to the recovery of 40 brand new SUVs and other vehicles.
Lagos State is being repositioned to achieve milestone development in the year 2017. This is part of the projection by the state government towards moving the economy from its current position of 5th to the 3rd largest in Africa. The state governor, Akinwumi Ambode, announced this at an event in Lagos. Nosa Osula reports.
According to the governor, the state government would focus more on education, especially vocational training, scaling up of its health facilities, including renewal and building of world-class infrastructure in the coming year to achieve the objective.
Over the next 5 years, Lagos will require over $50 billion to fix the infrastructure deficit, and this will require innovative solutions in areas of revenue enhancement and public-private partnership.
Ambode also said that Lagos is currently home to 65% of Nigeria's businesses, with a presence of over 2,000 manufacturing companies, 200 financial institutions, and the largest collection of small and medium enterprises in Africa.
Our vision has remained the same, to deliver a Lagos that's safe, clean, and prosperous.
Mr. Ambode gave assurance that his administration will continue to open up other sectors of the state with a view to getting the best from the youths. Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly, Mudashiru Obasa, commended Governor Ambode for the initiative, especially for flagging it off in Agege. He described the initiative as a thing of joy for the people in Agege, more especially when they will enjoy the best of fun without traveling outside Lagos.
You must take the advantage of coming together here annually. If you have local stuff that you can display, you must come up with it. You should be able to convince the whole world that we have something in Agege that we can sell to the whole world.
The One Lagos Fiesta is an annual event to mark the end of the year by the state government.
And still on Lagos State, in a concerted effort to reduce travel time on the Lekki-Epe Expressway, the Lagos State government has cleared all bottlenecks at Ikate-Elegushi axis of the roundabout. This is also geared towards boosting business activities around the area and in keeping with the mega city posture of the state.
Acting Commissioner for Transportation, Anofi Elegushi, who briefed the newsmen after the opening of the modified Jakonde Junction, said Governor Akinwumi Ambode's administration was determined.
The Kadawa vast irrigable lands is a vision well conceived. Hamza Ali, who is among the hundreds of beneficiaries, discusses with enthusiasm his acreage of freshly sprouted maize variety. In the next couple of months, the sweat of his labor will be rewarded with a bumper harvest, given the right conditions and opportunity to access support. It is quite in order. We seek the assistance of the government. The farmers say they have responded to the clarion call by the government to engage in agriculture as an all-year-round preoccupation as they redouble efforts to grow more rice, maize, wheat and vegetables to curtail imports of the commodities. The global outlook of rice production of 482 million tons in 2017 puts the Asian tigers, United States of America and Egypt in the front line. According to investigations, Nigeria's production capacity can meet the target of 10 million metric tons per annum. Here in Kura town, close to Kano, rice processing is at its peak and the patronage favorable, with daily income running into millions of naira as hundreds are employed. And there is hope for the farmers to tackle the challenges.
Is on the decline as most of the farmers are gradually abandoning its production and switching to other crops. The reasons are high cost of chemicals to control insect infestation.
We normally spend money much on chemical, like snapper and other things, to prevent it.
Bollworm, when you affect the cotton farm, you're having low yield, you're having the number of balls you may get is reduced.
This is expected to become history as new variety of cotton is being introduced by the federal government.
BT cotton is a cotton variety that has been transformed to show resistance to bollworm infestation. Farmers that are planting BT cotton are no longer required to spray their farm.
This technology can contribute a lot to revamping our industries, contribute to food security.
The seeds are undergoing trial before it's released to farmers. In Abuja, Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
We now join Susan in Makurdi as she brings us trending stories from that zone. Hello, Susan. Compliments of the season.
Thank you, Femi, and welcome to Makurdi. The Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, is intensifying efforts to check negative trends and ensure safe and free flow of traffic during the Christmas and New Year. This was at the flag-off of the Operation Target Zero Accident End-of-Year Patrol of the Corps held in Makurdi. Bem Hanya reports.
Festive periods like Christmas and New Year usually experience an increase in both human and vehicular movement across the country. The rush occasioned by those who want to spend the period with their loved ones often results to road traffic crashes. It is against this backdrop that the FRSC has deployed senior officers, marshals, and equipment to monitor crash-prone corridors in an effort to reduce road accidents to the barest minimum. Representative of the Benue State Governor, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Works, Transport and Energy, Tiosange Akagege, said the state government is conscious of the importance of safe roads.
The state government has a very robust plan to establish a model driving school.
Staff of the authority attributed the cause of the fire to an electric spark from a pole that powered to the generator. Though they said most of the machines affected are scraps already marked for auctioning, this Hayab tipper crane and two cast-drill 6,000 borehole drillers were there for repair.
When I came there, the fire was really above our strength. But we were able to get people that have the fire service number, and we quickly alerted them.
No building was affected. It was only the portion of the workshop outside of the workshop.
The state fire officer, Andrew Onmakbo, who advised members of the public to be cautious in handling household items and electrical equipment that are likely to ignite fire, warned against bush burning, particularly this harmattan season.
So do not be sober, be careless, and maybe in order to what is happening. Because whatever you lose today, you take use on this.
He called on people to always alert fire service on time to save the situation. In Makurdi, Charles Abba, NTA News.
Medical experts have advised persons prone to respiratory tract infections to avoid exposure to dust and excessive cold. They gave this advice following the sudden change in the weather conditions in Makurdi. Blessing Omeche Ebute has details.
Every season comes with its attendant effects, which could be positive or negative. One of such is harmattan, which is the dry and dusty northeast wind that blows from the Sahara Desert over the West African region between November and the middle of March. Though the northern part of the country is worst hit by harmattan, the effect is also felt to some extent in north-central states of Nigeria. Benue State, which falls within the region, is characterized by the dry and dusty weather associated with cold. In Makurdi, Benue State, for instance, there is a sharp change in weather and the mode of dressing for most residents.
The weather is something else. Very, very harsh. I've been hiding in my room since morning.
It's bringing the dust. Dusty, we are feeling too bad. That is why we are buying the cap to cover our head, buying this road to cover our body.
A medical practitioner, Dr. Emmanuel Eru, says since the harmattan has various health implications on humans, especially children and the elderly, there is a need for them to always take plenty of water, preferably warm, wear warm clothing and stay indoors more often.
People with asthma, this can really aggravate their illness, and then in children it can result in pneumonia.
These measures, he said, can effectively reduce the impending health hazards of the season. In Makurdi, Blessing Omeche Ebute, NTA News.
And that's it from Makurdi. It's back to Femi in Abuja for more on NTA Nationwide.
Thank you, Susan. We go on to education, where the
curriculum received positive response at the 61st meeting of the National Council on Education.
Not that history is not taught, because we have it as a subject in senior secondary school. It is also offered in the university and various colleges of education. So the teachers are there, particularly at the primary school level. Produce visuals, videos that you can play and a child would see.
In line with government's determination to increase access to education and break the cycle of poverty, the federal government banned post-unified tertiary matriculation examinations by universities, cancelled the second interview test for National Examination Council (NECO) for admissions into federal unity colleges, and banned PTA development levies in unity colleges while harmonizing their school fees. While the controversy on the 3-year validity of JAMB results by the National Assembly raged, a 1-week warning strike by the Academic Staff Union of Universities over the 2009 federal government ASU agreement was quickly resolved by the National Assembly. As the federal government retains the 500 billion naira social investment fund in the 2017 budget, Nigerians are looking forward to the full implementation of the homegrown school feeding program, with
slimming mixtures and all sorts of herbs.
Bon Dieu! Now she was dying.
Caroline, she is not dead, just comatose.
She was chopped tomatoes?
This week on your award-winning comedy series, Professor John Bull, starring Kanayo Okanayo, Mercy Johnson, Queen Wokoye, Yomi Fash Lanso, Stephen Odingbe.
So you guys like all vegetables? These are leafy vegetables, spinach, spirulina, barley grass. It's all the great stuff.
Please watch it, because the way you're going and you're drinking this thing, very soon I see person they talk. They know they see the person now only voice and sound.
Professor John Bull, this Tuesday and Friday, 8:30 to 9 p.m. on NTA Network, International, and Star Times.
Ow!
It's yummy.
Fundament.
Over and out.
Welcome to the new speed of life.
Far away from home, 2 million people contend with life, not as we know it, but as they come to know it. The Nigerian Television Authority presents the forced journey.
NTA.
It's that time of the year when we appreciate all those that mean so much to us. Our sponsors, our clients, government at all levels, corporate bodies, advertisers, religious bodies, civil society groups, political parties, business, and above all, you, our esteemed viewer. Together, we made 2016 great. Together, we shall make 2017 even greater. That's why we say thank you. Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year.
Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year from Nigerian Television Authority. And still in the spirit of Yuletide, attention shifts to the needy in Enugu. Let's join Beauty for that and other stories. Beauty, take it away.
Femi, so good to see you. Welcome to Enugu. The Anglican Archbishop of Enugu Ecclesiastical Province and Bishop of Enugu Anglican Diocese, Most Reverend Emmanuel Chukwuma, has provided succor for the needy and indigent widows to reflect the Christmas season. Chinyere Okoye has details of that report. has celebrated the Mass at the St. Peter and Paul Prison Chaplaincy, Enugu. The Catholic Archbishop of Enugu Diocese, Most Reverend Callistus Onaga, officiated, as we hear from Susan Eze.
Bishop Onaga noted that all have sinned against God and are beneficiaries of God's mercy. Hence, society must give prisoners a chance for repentance and reformation. He commended the Catholic Prisoners' Interest Organization, CAPU, for their selfless commitment to the welfare of prisoners.
Ours is to continue to pray for him, to continue to use prayers to strengthen him and his group, the CAPU, so that people will see the need
and regional planning laws to enhance the operations of town planners in the state. The Commissioner for Lands and Urban Planning, Solomon Ona, stated this at the opening ceremony of the 2016 Town Planners Refresher Course. Jude Abugu will complete that report.
The training, which is in line with the capacity building policy of the state government, is designed to keep town planners abreast with latest trends and development in their professions. The State Commissioner for Lands and Urban Planning, Mr. Solomon Ona, who was represented at the event, blamed incidents of building collapses on failure of developers to obtain development permits and non-supervision by town planning authority. He therefore advised communities to comply with town planning laws.
The new law that is going to be in place, the state government, the Commissioner for Ministry of Lands, will be in charge. And the revenue they are generating will be for the state government.
The State Director of Town Planning, Mr. Obonachime, implored the participants to acquire computer skills and knowledge relevant to their profession. Other speakers at the workshop expressed optimism that the training will help the participants to improve and develop themselves professionally.
The high patronage enjoined by the traditional bone setters is a big cause for concern.
The other major concern that emanates from traditional bone setter is splinting or applying tight splints on a swollen hand. When you do that, they cut off the blood supply to the hand. And more often than not, it results either in gangrene, that is that part of the hand, it will dry off. And when it dies off, the only option left is to amputate the limb.
If there is bone fracture, we can invite the orthodox medicine practitioner to take care of the wound.
Trigger fire outbreak. On precautionary methods to adopt.
If it occurs, they should call emergency numbers 112 and the other numbers who will, respond.
Harmattan season also comes with some health issues, which health experts say must be taken seriously to avoid loss of lives. In Port Harcourt, Osinachi Samuel, NTA News.
Sakwato next on our lineup with Zainab. Over to you.
Thank you, Femi, and welcome. Sokoto State Government has set up a task force to checkmate the sales and consumption of illicit drugs.
The rally brought together youths, women and civil society groups, as well as the military and paramilitary in Sokoto. Show Muhammad NTA News.
The National Lottery Trust Fund has donated sports equipment worth millions of naira to some selected public primary schools in Zamfara State. Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. Babachir Devil Dawal, performed the presentation ceremony held in Gusau. Jamilu Ibrahim Gusau has more.
As part of its objectives of enhancing the capacity of the nation to grow and expand her talent base, the National Lottery Trust Fund intervened in the promotion of
across its banks through the city of Boma, causing severe flooding in the southwest of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Reports say at least 50 people have died and bodies of some of the victims have been found near neighboring Angola. Away from Africa now, determined to wipe out corruption and drugs in the Philippines, President says